Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Public Display. This board features Public's frame camber, which is flat through the inserts with a rocker in the tip and the tail. Basically your flat rocker profiled snowboard. This is going to make it easier and more skate-like with its pop, but it's going to give you ease of entry in and out of turns from that rocker, as well as more of an optimal spot for doing presses and butters. This board is available in 150, 153, and 156. I rode this board at Copper Mountain on a sunny bluebird day. You had warmer temps, you had chop, chunder, ice, perfect corduroy, and I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. For it being a 153, it was actually stiffer than I thought it would be. And yes, I know I should have been on the 156, but this was what is available. So what you actually get with this board is a flex that's just above a middle of the road park flex. You get softer tips that are accentuated by those rocker zones, and then a stiffer midsection with a lot of torsional flex to it. This is just going to give it a lot of twist. And when I say that this board's stable, I mean it. Like, for being on a 153, this board's stable. You do get your standard shatter that you're going to feel in the tips from that rocker zone, and it slightly resonates underfoot. That midsection is stiffer, so it is more stable. In rutted out terrain, I never really worried about getting bucked around or that I was going to die unless I was going Mach 10 just into a mogul field of death, which I don't know why anyone would do that, but people do that. So if that's the case, keep your knees bent. You won't get bucked around. Overall, great board for stability for the size, which was really surprising for it being a 153 that it was this stable. So this board has 100% skate pop to it. Basically, you're not loading anything up in the center, you're rolling back on the tail. It's going to spring and it's going to pop you up. It's not the snappiest thing I've been on, but it's solid for what it is. It has some good boost to it, so launch those side hits, hit that cat track gap, and ollie over that family of fat skier kids, because you're not going to have to worry about it. When it comes to jumps, small to medium are really its strong suit, and that's not because of the core profile of this board at all. It's the camber profile. If this was traditional camber, I'd be like, hell with it, go hit some big size jumps and you wouldn't have to worry about it. But because it's flat with rocker, it just has a little bit more give to it. When you come down on a jump, you end up wheeling out if you're not paying attention. That's the only thing. But it pops off the lip smoothly. You never have to worry about it. And if you're being lazy and you just want the lip to send you, it's still going to be able to do that as well. This board is super butterable due to that camber profile. That rocker section in the nose and the tail just gives you an optimal spot to lean back or lean forward into if you want to, or pop into and land on and have it lock on to the snow. So you can just swivel it around, sizzle, do whatever you need to do, get weird, have fun. It presses. You do get rebound out of them, so it's going to pop out of any butter that you do. And when it comes to jibbing, this board just stands out as being solid at jibbing. That rocker section, like I said, gives you a giant sweet spot. It locks in, it holds to the end of the feature, and then it pops out. When you go sideways, you can feel that torsional flex kick in, and the board has some give on the rail. You're gonna feel it just lock in. It cradles, but it doesn't clap out, and it just slides perfectly right through it. All in all, it's a great board for buttering and jibbing on. It's just perfect in the balance that it has to flex, to stability, to playfulness. So normally with a board of this caliber, you end up sacrificing a little bit of the carving capabilities just due to the camber profile, the flex, and whatnot. With this board, it does have limitations, but they don't hinder you. You kind of learn that really quick. It's a board you can lay it over into a hard carve if you absolutely want to, but it's not going to hold you back. It's really good at ankle steering for just those minimal turns. If anything, it's more like just a park cruiser where you can lay a trench when you absolutely have to, and you can drive that tail and get that power out of the carve, or you can just be mellow and laid back. Short, tight, quick carves, long, hard, drawn out carves, and even the occasional deep, hard Euro carve, it does them, and it does them really well. Who's this board for? The well-rounded park rider that isn't hitting the biggest features. So here's another board from Public that didn't suck. I actually really enjoyed this board, and with it being a little stiffer, you can slightly downsize on it and not have to worry, which is basically what I did because the rep didn't have the size I would have liked in it, but hey, I wanted to ride it and see how it was. This board's playful where it counts, it's got rebound, it's stable, it's smooth, it's consistent. I like that flat to rocker profile for when you're just hitting nothing but park and you want to butter and just play around. Overall, this board was super solid. I had a lot of fun on it. Highly recommend it. Comparable boards. The Nitro T1, the Rome Party Mod, the Yes Dicey. Binding recommendations, the Nitro Team, the Rome Katana, the Now Brigade. This has been my review of the public display. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you going to buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this snowboard. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.